Yeah, it's been quite a while, and to be honest, I don't really know. Okay, I know what to say. For the past, I would say 3 weeks or so, I've formed some pretty bad habits. Like, you know, I don't want to lie to myself anymore because, it's not good to like break the promises you make to yourself, right? Because then you slowly build this habit where you're always making excuses and lying and all this type of stuff. So, I think it's good that I post this video just so then, it's like a, I wouldn't say catalyst, but, a step forward to going back to becoming, you know, that version of myself that I was driven and all this type of stuff, right? Because, roadblocks happen and whatnot, and then you start letting yourself go and um start letting yourself go and doing something that isn't really beneficial for your life, right? For example, what was I doing? I was like waking up like super late, maybe 9 10 a.m., and just feeling super sluggish and like not knowing what to do in the day, and then like repeating the same day after day after day. And like I never did that before. Like that wasn't me. Like I always woke up not early, maybe like like 7 8 a.m., like not 10 a.m., right? And feeling tired, like that was no good. And also um you know I mean, eating a lot. I'm not really eating a lot, but I started having sweets a bit more, and then I've noticed, you know, what happens when you have sweets, because a lot of sugar is not too good, to be honest. But on the business side, I wasn't putting in the work, right? And then I was scared too, because you know when it comes to ecom, you need money, but like I was putting this thing in my head where it's like it was stopping me from doing anything, right? Like I can still be doing some stuff to move the needle forward, all this type of stuff, um, but I wasn't. I was like making excuses for myself and like, oh, it's not worth it, and like it's not worth my time, all that type of stuff. But I forgot the person I was when I was doing all that stuff, right? Even when nothing was happening, and I was getting no results, and I was just losing money and whatever. But I was still doing something. I was still being proactive. I was doing stuff. I was fucking like trying to get at it, right? Like I remember Andrew Tate once said like, you can never miss a lucky day if you work every single day, if you try every single day. And that's what I gotta do. Like obviously, it takes time to get back, but now I really need to keep the promises I make to myself. So if I tell myself I'm going to wake up at 7 a.m., right? Or let's say I'm gonna sleep 5 6 hours every day, and whatever time I sleep, and then plus 5 6 hours, then that's the time I'm gonna wake up, right? Because if I sleep a bit later doing work, then obviously it doesn't make sense to, let's say, wake up like 3 hours late. It's not optimal, right? But you get the point. And then you know still doing work, even if it's like something small, but it's still something. Or I'm just learning, and even testing with a little budget and whatever, but at least it's something, right? Because before like I always had in my head, it was this one excuse was that it wasn't meaningful, right? That was the biggest excuse that's kind of derailed me from, not posting, not running ads, not touching the store, not doing research, not even learning, like not even trying. Because I kept telling myself that, oh, like even if I did this and this, but it wouldn't really amount to anything meaningful, right? Because it's so small. But once I started to have the awareness of the person I was becoming, and then I have on this whiteboard my goals for 2026, and then the year's nearly gone by, like half the fucking year, and then I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what am I actually fucking doing? I'm being a bitch. It's just, I want to stop lying to myself. That's the biggest. I want to stop lying to myself and stop breaking the promises I make for myself, basically, right? So I just put it at this. I'm coming back, but I'm not sure if I'll be posting, but I'll be sure to post more often, right? Even if it's something like not related to business or it's just something personal, I'll make sure to post it. You know, it's just always good to look back. And yeah, I have some new people that I listen to and watch that really show me a new light, right? Because the other people, like the regular internet people that you listen to, it's like can be really superficial, service level, like bullshit stuff. But some of these new guys, where it's like they're actually running these, real businesses, right? And giving real stories of like no BS, no trying to sell this and this, trying to manipulate you to feel way, be like, oh, okay, I need to buy his course, because they don't need to sell course. They run an actual business, right? Like those are the people I feel like will be the next wave of YouTube. And yeah, it's good, you catch them early, because it's a generational shift. But yeah, let's see where the year takes me. I won't make any like more bad decisions for my life. And even if I do, I have to catch myself. And yeah, let's go.